Well, everyone, it's time to the first dev stream. And because we're in a dev stream, the music just remains. It just sort of remains. It doesn't go off, you know, like it usually would. Also, I forgot that I probably have to do some setup. I forgot that I have to probably... I gotta set some stuff up. So I'll be making a game from the ground up. Starting today. This is the first stream of it. Let's turn down the music bit. There we go, maybe a little better like that. Okay. So I already have a plan for today. I decided to make a stream planner, kind of. For today, we're going to be doing only very, very basic stuff, maybe, probably. So, let's go ahead and click. I'm gonna click the create button here. And then we'll be able to start loading up a thing. Hold on. I'll give it the name I was gonna give it. Whoop. I can't spell words! There we go. I don't want it there. I want it in my folder of Godot project. MCB. There we go. I can use forward plus mobile compatibility. Honestly, I think I might put it on mobile. I don't know. Because I'm not gonna be using extreme graphics. Does that mean I should make it mobile? Oh yeah, you shouldn't be seeing anything right now, by the way. Sorry, there's nothing. We'll click mobile for now. Create. I wonder if it immediately shows it on the screen or not. Because I'm not gonna be using 3D, obviously, for this game. That's not the right folder, right? It's, that one. So basically, what I want to do today is I want to just start by thinking through all of the different nodes that I've already written down, but also more. And then just make all of them. I want to make a file structure. As in, I want to organize all my files. And then I want to determine how I name files. I think I'm just going to use uppercase, probably. Because I was mixing and matching it. That was really dumb of me, and I hate doing that. I should have just said, like, make them all, like, uppercase. I'm sure there's probably a very specific way you're supposed to do it. But, you know, sometimes people do it different ways than that. So, some people use, like, underscores. Some people use, like, camel case. Things like that. Oh, it looks like you can just change this whenever you feel like it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Then the thing I wanted to do that was actually, like, work. Okay, to be fair, this is all work. This is all work. Can't say it's not work. Probably gonna be the hardest thing to do today, though, is start working on the card node. There's gonna be a card game, kind of. It's gonna be part card game and then part something else. I'm not sure how you describe it. But basically, I'm gonna be kind of making an auto battler. This is because I thought it would be really, really easy to make an auto battler. But I didn't want it to just be like an auto battler. I wanted to also put things like, I wanted to make it to where, you'll see whenever we develop it. For some reason I feel like holding my cards close to the table. Alright, I think honestly I have this kind of misordered. I think I should honestly be starting with probably creating the file structure. Because I need to know where to put certain things. So I think I'm going to still have like a system folder. That's gonna be important. Actually, it should be called systems with an S. Because there's gonna be a lot of things, like nodes that are always running in the background that need to work, that need to be on. Then I'm thinking I need maybe a folder for card. I need a folder for like card pieces. Like card parts. Card related object. We'll just call it like, I'll just say card stuff. No, it's not gonna be called card stuff. Let's say card materials. And basically the reason why I'm calling it like this is because there needs to be both. There needs to be part card. Oh man, no, card materials isn't a really good name either. Let me think. So I need like card assets. I need card. I need card assets will have card pieces. I need card effects in there. Would it really be necessary for me to... Yeah, okay. I have a good idea in my head how I'm supposed to organize this. So this can just be card stuff, yeah. Because I want to make card effects inside. And then I want to put card assets. And then in card assets, I need to do effect assets. And then I need to do frame assets. There's gonna be different card frames in this game that I'm making. Then I need to do... There's more card stuff that I'm not thinking of. Oh, card effect. I need to figure out some things with this game engine. Like how I'm supposed to make it to where I kind of want... There's one thing that I'm thinking in my brain. So this game is going to be like a card creation game. And like a card shop sim at the same time. But if I want to make like a card creation game, I'm realizing that I also need to have card art. And I'm thinking that I would want the player to be able to place them. I have to think about where or how you're supposed to do that. Maybe I make it to where the bounds are... Oh yeah, okay, I could do that. I could make it to where the bounds of where the mouse can go is reduced. I'm pretty sure you can do that, I just don't know the exact code for that. What's that little symbol? Oh, I guess I don't know what that is. But that would actually also have to mean that I have to make like a card art pieces folder. And basically you're gonna place things into your card art to make it work. Then I think that's all I can think of for now. You see, the thing is, there's not gonna be actual cards. You're gonna make the card yourself, and then certain things will have effects. Which means I also need my resource folder. Actually, you know what? Maybe card material should be under card stuff. Because it's also gonna have like an extraction, like a mining element or like an extraction style element, where there's gonna be an area where you go extract for things in a mini game. So there's that. There's also NPCs, mobs. And I'm just going to immediately start in mobs to segregate them based off of dungeon. So I'm gonna do like, we'll just call it Dungeon 1 for now. Until I decide the theme. I haven't really decided how I'm gonna theme the game, because you know, you can actually theme your game however you want. Like I could make this like medieval, I could make it space themed. Probably going to be fantasy though. Like you could even make it Western. You can do whatever you want with theming. This is just kind of stuff that you have to do in general though. All the stuff I've currently put in. Then I need, I forgot I need I think there's only gonna really be... Actually, wait, no, passive NPCs. There actually is more than one type of passive NPC. There's gonna be customers, shopkeepers. I'm gonna organize my player stuff this time as well. Let's go ahead and make this card object, or I mean, yeah, oops. F2. I'm gonna change it from card stuff to card object. It sounds better that way. Card stuff just sounds like I laid it about haphazardly. But yeah, player objects is actually gonna have like a lot of things in it. I'm wondering how I can store the images for the cards. Like, could I take like a snapshot of it and then like store it as a PNG and then load the PNG, or would that be too slow and take too much time? And instead I should just take the metadata of all the pieces and where they were placed onto the canvas. There are multiple ways of doing this one. If I do it the PNG way, I need a folder for it. Oh yeah, one thing I should probably make is a text files folder. Because there's gonna be some text files that I need to make. So far, this honestly looks good though. I think it might be time to start making things. Not necessarily filling them in with stuff, but as I've been saying, I was gonna think about all the different necessary nodes I need. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not done with player objects yet. I forgot about this. I need to do like player asset. I need to do player effect. I'm gonna have kind of a character creator in this game. It's gonna be a very, very light character creator. And then we can now start, I think. I think I can start making things now. So the first thing I want to make probably is a node. And this will be the card creation handler. This will be one of the first systems. This thing is going to handle putting it into like a binder, taking away your resources, checking how the quality is going to be. This is what all the things the card creation handler is gonna do. Because I already started, let's go ahead and write that down. So this is going to handles card creation before, during, and after. Before resources from their inventory. During, determine how well is doing fill out their card minigame. Whoops. Off score. The stream is gone. After is gonna be like putting places card into inventory or okay, put shit. Wait, actually, I guess it's just places card into binder. Which, by the way, I guess I need the binder to be in here. Wait, no. That can be... Shop pieces. Shop object. Let's just continue the naming scheme. In shop objects, I need to have a folder in here that's like... Oh, right, I would obviously need the shop assets. I wonder if this is really tiny on screen. Nothing I can really do about it, is there? Yeah, this is the first node that we made. The card creation handler is actually not going to do... Let's actually change this. Take in. We're gonna actually use a different node for the minigame. Oh wait, what am I doing? This needs to be a node. And that'll be card creation mini game handler. This is different because this is the thing that will actually initiate the minigame and then like reveal all the pieces of the minigame and then make it actually work. Which actually makes me realize that this should maybe have the minigame. This should have like the minigame stuff. Card creation minigame. Which should have like assets. And then I should also have it should also have like the programming or something. Yeah, I'm not sure what to call this actually, but I want like the, you know, maybe it's just like, let's just put like mechanics. Because there's gonna be more than one card creation minigame mechanic, so there's gonna be like different styles, like depending on certain ways that your resources work. You know, let's get out of the weeds on handlers though. Let's make actually, let me make this first, though. Handles activating a minigame. Engages the player in a specified minigame based on resource type. Determines quality of minigame effort. There we go. Okay, let's do the resource stuff now. Resources can be a 2D node because they are resources and they are actually going to be on the screen. So this can be like this. We'll put this one under card resources. Oh wait, no, wait, sorry. This should be resource template. Actually, this should even just be the base resource. So the way I like to do things is I always like to do things super generically, as in like, I'm realizing this should be called, there should be a resource assets folder. Oof. And then there should be a resource node. Actually, I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be like that. No, it does. It does have to be like that. Yeah, no, there has to be a separate one. I'm stupid. I'm silly. Because the reason why that has to be the case is because I have to do like resource nodes. The reason why I have to do that is because they're not all gonna be the same. I have laid out kind of like the way that I want to do some of the resource effects. There's gonna be like several different tags and like different ways that resources can work. So I actually do need to separate them. And so then there's like things like I have like things like healing, I have things like damage, and I have like blocking. But I've decided to make it more like kind of ARPG-esque a little bit with how the card effects can work. So for example, I've got like healing over time, damage over time, and in addition to like regular healing and regular damage. But then for blocking, I didn't just have armor. Instead, I have 3 different types of blocking. It was gonna be like armor. Armor is gonna be something that doesn't wear off, but it comes in less. There's gonna be dodge rating, which only works until the end of the turn, or like a certain amount of time. And then there's magic shield, which is gonna be like also armor, but it takes double damage. And it's gonna be really high. So that's what I mean by it's like an ARPG style effect. And then obviously there were card effects that are like very specific to the game. Just specific to card games, you know, like drawing cards, shuffling cards into your deck. And basically all of these effects would conglomerate in making the cost of a card to play it cheaper, because the auto battler is going to have a mana system. I have the auto battler already in my brain how it's gonna work, and I should probably write it down actually. Somewhere. And because I want to write it down somewhere, I'm gonna go ahead and make another node. Hold on. Oh wait, should that? I guess it should be. Auto battle system. So basically, here's how the auto battle system is going to work. The character, or the customer, the player chooses to follow will have a specific time with... Oh, you know, whenever I'm realizing I can do more card ideas because I'm using timers instead of... It's not like turn-based exactly. It's like timer-based. And I was going to set it up to where the player can select how the NPC should play their cards, but they don't have full control over it. That's why it's auto battler. But I'm realizing that if I have a timer, that means I can make cards like attack speed boosters. I can make things like freezes, where it makes the opponent's timer just stop or something. I can have stuns. I can have a lot of things. Oh my. Okay. In which case, I should, under card effects, have self effect and targeted effects. Hold on. Should be called self effects and targeted effects. We'll have a specific time to be set on a timer node. On timeout, the customer will use an attack based on one of 3 settings. There's gonna be lowest mana cost, highest mana cost, or manual. The lowest mana cost will play the lowest cost card they can possibly play. Will play highest cost card they can possibly play. Will play selected card if possible. If not, passes. How a turn will work. The timer runs out and uses a mana resource. Actually, I'm trying to think, how would I do this? Alright, I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back in a few minutes, or like a bit. Okay, let's keep on coding. So, the timer runs out and uses. Okay, wait, how a turn will work. The player will hit to raise the customer will play. I think I gotta make it to where some cards just sort of activate, you know? Instantly. Like, I think that draw spells and resource regeneration spells, those need to just sort of happen. I think I'm gonna have energy and stamina in this game. Those need to just sort of activate immediately when the player collects them. Or maybe... Oh no, I have a better idea. The player can order the cards. And then the character will play them in order. I think that maybe all of the resource cards always need to go first. All of the draw cards need to go second. And whatever cards you can't play, you can't play them. Or, you know, wait, actually, I think this game won't have discarding, so maybe drawing needs to go last. It's really hard, actually, more than thinking about how to do this auto-battling system. You can't actually... it's kind of hard to do the whole mana thing. Okay. Never mind. There has to be a timer. But this is not how they would be done. So I gotta get rid of this. I have to rethink how I'm gonna do this. On timeout, the customer will play the cards in this order. You know, we'll just put it on that line, it's fine, let it cuts over. Character, resource, regen first. A player determined card. Either lowest, highest selected. Maybe I just do need to make it turn-based. The thing is, you're not gonna be sticking around with the same guy all the time. In fact, it's hardly like that. There's not gonna be like this customer-player relationship kind of thing. Everyone in this dimension is nomadic. So you'd have to immediately comprehend what kind of deck the NPC has. That would be pretty simple, though. I wouldn't be using really difficult and convoluted ones. Maybe I should just make it turn-based then. Turn-based is not hard to do, I don't think. I think the timer stuff is actually harder to do. Maybe it could be like, the timer-based thing, but also... Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea how to do this, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna change the way I thought of it in my head. If I do it that way, does that make certain character archetypes better or worse? I think that means I could do specific kinds of archetypes. I could do like a druid. I could do... everyone else would just use regular. If there's mana and stamina, I have a wide berth of things I can do. Okay, yeah, I have ideas. Let me redo this though. This is how I'm gonna do it. There will be a... how the auto battle will work. There will be a timer for the current customer and the enemy mob. For the mob, they will do their attack. For the customer, they will gain some kind of resource. Actually, you know what? I should just say they will do their own upkeep step. Varies. The customer can have a variety of upkeep bonuses. Gain maximum mana/stamina. Maybe more than one. Gain health, regain health, regenerate health. This is based off of their class, because I'm actually gonna have like customer classes for the customers that are like make them set different in their own ways. Draw additional cards. I guess I should write here, the upkeep will always refresh to max mana, or max resource, character resource. Draw one card. There we go. I think that seems good. The player can play out of the customer's hand, or make the customer cast from one of three, or one of two other ways. Highest or lowest cost. This will have a separate timer. I think that it should be like activate, and then there's a timer that happens, and activate, and then another timer happens. If you pick this. And then that maybe gives the other timer a chance to like refill the hand. You know, one thing that could be on the upkeep too is deal damage to self or enemies. Like he could, like the customer could be a gross, disgusting ooze monster, or like a fleeting creature that runs out of health. Like maybe the ooze customer like emits some kind of effect that does damage to enemies over time. Basically, I'm confirming the gas leak and the gas leak customer. Yeah, I think that this effectively describes how auto battling will work. Okay. Now I want to work on base resource. So the reason why there needs to be a base resource is because I think I want to have 3 different types of resources. There's gonna be plant materials. This is gonna sound very original, but you know, plant materials. That can include wood. There's gonna be rock materials, which can be like jewels and like minerals and all that stuff. And then there needs to be mob drops. Now, mob drops won't actually come at like the cost of fighting mobs, because we're not gonna actually fight any mobs in this one. It's just sort of gonna be like a mob drop kind of like residual thing that people didn't pick up. Like for instance, there might be like ooze or like from like a slime, like gel from a slime, or bones from like a skeleton that's not been picked up. Sweat. You have to understand, even Pokemon had Pokemon Sweat. Did you know that? In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they had you could collect the Pokemon Sweat. Why were you allowed to collect the sweat of, what's it called? Why were you allowed to collect the sweat of a Tyrogue? What's wrong with this game? Anyway, this needs to have its own thing, and this needs to be a class name. Because... oh. Let's do... should I call it I guess I'll call it the same thing. I messed up my naming schema here too on the other game. I totally shouldn't have changed it from the actual name that it says, because it makes no sense to do that, right? That just makes it confusing. It's because I rewrote some stuff, though. I'm gonna try not to do that too often this time. There's gonna be the base resource. These are gonna this is gonna hold all the functions, all resources we'll have. That's what this one's gonna do. Then this one needs to go over the base resource. This will be the plant resources. I guess it should just be plant resource. Because the reason why I need to do this is because I want to put them into my inventory in a tabbed way so that it's nice and organized for the player. Therefore, I need to put it as a plant resource. And this will go into plant resource. Now in here, I have plant resource here and the base resource, but I actually also want to make a folder for plant resources. The mineral resources. We'll call them mineral resources. I think that's a better name. And then the monster resources. Let me go ahead and make the other two real quick. Yep. Mineral resource. I think that the templates can always stay outside of the actual folders. Should I do it that way? Maybe I shouldn't, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have it stay outside the folder. Yeah, we're not gonna have it outside the folder, actually. But the base can. The base definitely can, for sure. Then I can do another base resource. Monster resource. This is the one made of energy drinks. No, actually it's not. Man, there's like no jokes. I can't joke around. I'm too busy coding. This is why I don't stream. This is really, really why I don't stream game building. I'm boring when I just game build. I just want to game build. Mineral resources. Let's go ahead and make some of these. Class name plant resource. And then I need to do the same thing here. Mineral resource. Actually, do I need this? Or should I just have this be a tag? Be an enum, rather. Yeah, you know what? Actually, this should just be an enum. The more I think about it, this could be an enum! Yeah, in that case, I should just close these. Close. Close. You know, I'm mistaken. I should actually just make this a, yeah, delete those. I should just make this an enum. Enum. Mineral type. So we got, wait, mineral types. Resource type. My bad. Plant. Mineral. Monster. 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 Yeah, that could just be that because honestly, I don't really see myself using the mineral, like the tab itself for anything else. This actually really simplifies the card effect too, or the resource effect. Wait a minute. Do I even need the actual file? The actual thing itself. I guess that would make it more organized. So yeah, no, I'll keep these folders. Yeah, I can't think of myself imagining what the thing would do. I think it would be in card effect that would determine how it would work. Is the thing. So actually, I think this is fine like this. Actually, no. The effect should be in the resource. Yeah. Okay. So we need like a few sprites here. We need like an in-zone sprite. This is what it would look like whenever you see it spawned in a resource zone. Like that could be like a forest, that could be like a cave, that could be like a dungeon. Like an abandoned dungeon. We need the inventory. Right. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, and that's pretty much all I need. Oh, no, there is actually a few more things we need. We need an area 2D. This will be the pickup area. Like, this is how close you have to be for you to pick it up, basically. Let's make actually make it the gathering area. Gathering range, maybe? This will be the same among all of them, so I can actually give it a thing. Let's say, let's go collision shape, and then just make it a circle. It'll just be a circle. I can't make it too big because I don't want the. It wouldn't be too bad if it overlapped, but I don't know. I don't think I really want it to overlap. I think we're done working on base resource for a bit though. Next I want to make... What shall I make? Maybe I make like a mob? Maybe I make like a mob? You know what, actually, let's start making a card. Let's start making the card thing. Actually... Let's start making a card effect first, before we start making a card. Let's keep the same kind of style, where I write base card effect instead of like template. So I'll put this under here. Oh. That's the correct place for it to go. Class, name, base, card effect. So basically, we need to put all cards have these. Add export. This will make it easier for me to do it later. Var mana cost int. Add export var stamina cost. This means that cards could technically have both. And the way I'll represent this is that whenever I go to put the card on there. Here, let me go ahead and open this up to give you a visual. So basically, let's say we have our card here. Like that. Let's make it a little darker. There will be both the mana cost here, and then the stamina cost here. And if if this is like, if it's 0, maybe it just says no. Or maybe I just make it go away. Like I just make it not be there. Or maybe I can put them on opposite ends to show it how different it is. I could put like the mana cost over here and the stamina cost over here. Maybe I could do that. I think I'd rather do that actually. That would make a card that has a mana and a stamina cost look crazy too. And I do like when the cards look crazy. I mean, like, yeah, let me make this smaller so it's not just taking up all the screen. Did I like? I think I held shift and I was wrong. But yeah, here's how like a card will look. I'm not very good at drawing in print. Oh god, my mouse is being weird too. So basically, mana. This will be stamina. And then this will be the effect down here. Honestly, this is pretty standard, you know. This will be the art. And this will be player determined. Basically. But that's how kind of a card will look. It will have a mana cost on that side and the stamina cost on that side. If the stamina cost is 0 or the mana cost is 0, I think I'll just make it disappear. I'm pretty sure I can make it just disappear. Like I can just say toggle visible on it. And it will save that metadata. But right now I want to work on the effect first. And the way the effect is going to work is that they're always going to have a stamina cost and always have a mana cost. They can cost 0. Honestly, can I make it like a range? Is that possible? Because I want it to only go from like 1 to 10. I think 10 should be a really like the maximum amount of mana a card should cost. We're not gonna have some kind of like whack, like RPG style mana system where they get like hundreds of mana, obviously, because that's not how most card games work. In most card games, they actually have mana systems where like the mana system will be like 1 or like 10 at most. Magic the Gathering probably has cards that are really expensive, like they maybe go to 11 or something. I know one thing for certain, Duel Masters has cards that say 99, but then you just cheat them out. But if you're playing like a regular card, the highest is probably like 15 for mana costs. So it should probably only go from like 0 to 15 or something, or 0 to 10. Though in most cases, people who make like these games that are like roguelikes with cards in them, they usually make it 0 to 3, maybe 4. And if you're at 4, you have to be mana cheating, or like having more mana than you have to have more mana than you're supposed to be having, right? That's usually how it works. So maybe I just write as a note, goes from 0 to, let's say 5 is the maximum for mana. This isn't to say that the player's mana can't go above 5 though. I think that should be character based. Like if I'm playing as a druid, I think there should actually be like a cap of 20 in terms of mana, and that the druid gains 2 mana every single turn. At the same time, maybe certain NPCs have or will have a more higher favor towards cards that are cheaper. So if a card costs 0, maybe a rogue, who I will maybe make draw 2 cards every turn instead of 1. Like a rogue customer, maybe he draws 2 cards. Maybe he will prefer and value 0 cost cards more. Which actually reminds me that I need to make a NPC card evaluate. Oh wait, whoops, it should be a node. NPC card evaluator handler. Or maybe just that. Maybe just to be evaluator. Did I spell that right or am I stupid? But yeah, that should definitely be a system. That takes in the character's likes and dislikes. Even though I did put this in the system here into the card creation handler. No, actually, this would be separate. This would be separate, actually. The card creation handler handles how well you, or takes in how well you did a thing and then determines how much of a stat you should gain. That's what that one will do. Yeah. No, the evaluator will be something else. It will take in whatever... I'm very sleepy today. We'll take in whatever thing you do. And it will determine how much they will evaluate your card. I don't think I'm gonna have things like the special stats from Fallout. Like I'm not gonna have like a charisma stat where it affects how much you could gain off of it. I think I might just have like a simple, if I put a skill tree in, I think it'll be a simple skill tree. Though I was thinking that most of the progression of this game would come out of you using tools. Yeah, I was thinking that it would come off of your tools. That was how progression would be. It wouldn't be really based on your character's like actual like an actual skill tree. I was thinking if there's gonna be some kind of thing like that, it would just be something simple like passive effects, passive bonuses. No. Okay, well. Did I even do anything for this? Oh yeah, right. Base card effect, yes. That is true. Every card effect needs to have these. So I actually have a list here of all the card effects already. As I said, there was healing, damage, blocking, and then the card game physic ones. But I forgot to mention that under card game specific, there was shuffling. In addition to drawing, there was shuffling, which I thought maybe I could make it just like, if you put this on your card, then... Actually, the more I think about it, this can actually be... This can actually go to like -5 or something. Because I want there to be effects that like gain new resources. Actually, no. It should still be 0. It should still be 0 because it'll just say gain the mana cost, right? It'll just gain instead. That wouldn't be how it works. Anyway, shuffling would maybe make it cost less. Actually, maybe some of them should make it cost less. Maybe it should be negative. Because I'm just gonna add the numbers together. Let's say it goes from -2 to 5. Goes from -2 to 5. I completely forgot. Because I want to have effects that also discard. And discarding a card is obviously like... I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so I know how effective discarding cards is. How costly it is. For you to discard your own cards. There needs to be a bonus to discarding your own cards. If a card draws you cards though by discarding, then it should not gain you mana, right? I also had passive effects. What did I write here? Oh, right. There were effects that I had in mind that were like... Oh, wow, I was being really advanced with these. Okay. There are passive effects that apply to the card that aren't really effects, right? They're just like kind of conditions mostly. Like for instance, there's consumable. I was really trying not to use the word ethereal or temporary. So instead I found consumable. And basically the way those work is that they will run out. And I think I'm gonna have 2 separate kinds of consumable actually. There's gonna be one that whenever you use it, it'll only come back after a fight with a mob, and then there'll be one that only comes back after a whole dungeon has been completed. So basically, if it's the whole dungeon that's been completed, it basically doesn't come back. The next effect was selfish. That's an idea that I had. Basically, selfish would have been that the card had to be played first, or else it would be discarded. And then I had a sleep. A sleep was basically like you had to have it in your hand for a turn. I probably have to make my own signal for a sleep if I do a sleep. Because I have to have the timer node emit that signal. And then I had effects also that were character resource based, obviously, like the resource gaining and regaining. Which I wrote would be like coming at a different cost in the form of maybe health or like discarding your cards. Maybe shuffling your deck is enough of a cost and then you regain mana. But then I also had the obvious like resource reduction effects too, where like maybe cards in your hand were reduced based off of what effect they had. And then I wanted to have legendary effects, which I will not spoil for now. So in all that chatter, which things can I put directly into here? Honestly, not really much. I think I could do this though. could do a ton of cards will have these. Enum. Basic effect. Or wait, sorry. No, that's right. Basic effect tag. We will have heal. Oh yeah, all cards will also have this too. Oops. Effect target. Oops, sorry, self. Other. You know, if I read it like that, could I turn that into a boolean actually? Yeah, I could, couldn't I? Targets self. Cool. Why didn't it turn blue? What the heck? Damn. Yeah, targets self. That is something that every single one will have. But a ton of them will have one of these. Whoops, not armor. Damage. Block. Add export. Basic. Or wait. Basic. Effect. Tag. I can literally name it like this. That's so funny. that's so silly. But also correct, I think. Not every card will have this kind of thing, but you know, a lot of cards will probably have this. I imagine that people will want to build their cards in a way that they do one of these three every single time they play a card. Maybe the mana cost should actually be a like a float instead, actually, because then I can do like percent like 4.5s. Like I could do like a 4.5 on something that's like, okay, let's say I make a health regaining effect, right? And I want it to regenerate. I want to make it to where every single 2 it gains 1 mana cost. If that's the case, then I should probably make it to where if that's the case, then I definitely should make it to where there's a float. But maybe I won't have it be like that, because I think healing a lot of health with a card that doesn't technically... I'm not sure how I'm going to discard cards in this game. I think they should just go back to the deck. To the bottom. Or maybe to a discard pile that shuffles itself back, just like Slay the Spire. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Obviously the consumables wouldn't go. Those basically are like exhaust. Yeah, I'll think about that. How the cards will come back to you. Yeah, a ton of cards are gonna have that, though. You know, maybe I could make Magic Shield work a little bit different. Maybe it, like, wears off periodically, in addition to being really high in amount. I'll figure it out whenever I get to that part, though. So these are all the basic card effects. This is all the base card stuff that you need so far. Hmm. Oh, you know what every single card actually needs to have? And this is gonna be harder to do, actually. Every card needs to have... Am I allowed to do this? Am I? Oh. That's confusing. I have no idea how this works. Somebody followed, but I didn't even hear anything. It's probably because I don't have my Twitch thing in here. Huh? Hi. Oh. I have no idea how that works. I'm trying to make a game right now. But I'm at the beginning right now. Base card effect. Construction cost. How does that work? Godot making exported variable node. Shut the fuck up, Google. It's gonna be a oh, resources and nodes can be exported. Oh my god. It's gonna be like a card game, kind of. No, not Balatro at all. No. More like Slay the Spire. But that's not even gonna be the main gameplay loop. You can't hear me well? Are you sure? Is it really this loud? I already have it at like below 20%. Is that really that loud? I don't know how that's that loud. How the heck does this work though? Wait, group your export. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, really? Oh, I gotta do it like this. Yeah. What? Oh, that's so cool. Card cost. Oh, put everything under there though. I guess that should be there too, right? This one should be... No, this is not my first stream ever, no. This is the first dev stream of this game, specifically. What should this be called? Actually, this should be with it too. Effect specifics. That's what it should be. There we go. I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. What the heck is export category? How does that look like? Yeah, it basically does mean variable, yeah. Enum isn't a like a... Is it enumerative or is it enumerable? I don't remember how you say it. But basically what enums are these things where they are literally just like the words themselves. So basically, if I want to get the information about what tag something is. Okay, let's say I want to know. Let's say I make a card, okay? This is me trying to make cards, and basically you're gonna make your own card in this game. Let's say I want to have an effect that only applies to cards that heal. I'm not going to try to analyze the card itself to see whether or not it's healing. It does a healing effect or not. Instead, I'm going to just have a like this thing inside of my card that says that it's a healing thing. That's what the enum is for. So that means there's like it would be the heal enum. Damage would be like the damage enum. Yeah. Enums are in every programming language, I think. Or at least a lot of the object-oriented programming languages. This will make it easy for me because I will have effects like card reduction cost effects. And I want them to apply to certain cards effects like healing or damage or block. I think, does Python, I'm pretty sure this programming language is a lot like Python. I'm pretty sure Python has enums. It is enumeration. Oh, it's in its own library though. Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. Anyway, I wanted to see, how the heck does that work? How the heck does the node thing work? Do I have to, what if I make like a dummy resource? Base resource. Oh, okay. I don't know, I think that enums is a pretty basic thing. Okay. Say if I want to make like a, let's just call it dummy resource. Or just test resource. I'm trying to learn this. Ew, wow, I didn't know you could do this. We'll put this just like here. So does that mean that in base resource I can find? No, I can't. Take a look here again. What is that? What do you mean? Huh? I don't know what you're saying by that. By that. Add export var node. What happens if I go? What happens if I say exactly that? No. This is something else. Maybe it's like a thing underneath it. Okay, in that case, this needs to be something else. Construction cost needs to be something else. Uh, age restricted. This is sometimes an 18 plus stream, yes. Kind of. But I don't think I have an age restriction or anything. I think that depends on what game I'm playing. Actually, I don't know if Daggerfall has an age restriction or not. There's naked women in it. So I have no idea. But it's apparently perfectly fine to play on Twitch. Yeah, this needs to be something else then. Actually, we'll just do like this while I try to figure it out. The construction cost needs to be... Huh? I don't know who that is. No, you can't really make it that way. I think I have to feed it like a string or something. Wait, how did I make the resource work? No, that won't work at all. No, I think I know how I can make this work. Oh, this will have to be something I can't export. No, wait, it should be something I can export, though. Oh, no, wait, yeah, no, it does have to be a string. What am I thinking? Yeah, no, it has to be. Because this is just the base card effect. So this should actually be resource. Required resource node. And then this will have to be actually a string. Yeah, the game is about cards, but you're gonna make your own cards. It's gonna be like a card blacksmith game, where you run a card shop where you make your own cards and sell them to people. Yeah, I only speak a little bit of Japanese though. You know, I'm realizing your name has YouTube in it, but you're on Twitch. What's up with that? Yeah, that's why you need a required resource node. I know how to do this actually. We're gonna go ahead and load this. Oh man, this is gonna be a freaking UI adventure, isn't it? Whenever I get to that. Oh. Okay. So if I do like if I put this here, that means I can go like this. It's kind of taboo if I don't put my variables beneath the export. So I'm gonna put this down here, even though it's kind of far away. Whoops. I should call this casting cost. Silly me. We'll have the this construction. Whoops. Cost. I don't know who that is. That's what I said earlier. I really just don't know who that is. I'm from America, so I'm backwards. All cards will have this construction node cost. To be accessed. var actual, or sorry, this should just be like required resource node string, and then this one should be the required resource node. Oh, sorry, this should say preload. Whoops. Not gonna let me do that? Why can't I do that? Oh, it has to be in a constant string. Okay, in that case, this has to go inside of ready. Blank underscore ready. Don't really understand that. Required resource node will equal load required resource node string. There you go. No, as long as you're not saying anything mean. You're just not gonna get much of a reaction out of me, though, if you say words Luxembourgish. All of its derived classes. Oh, it does show how nodes work. Some button. Base button. If I do like node... Oh, it's probably not worth visiting right now. It's really dangerous to come to America right now. If I do like this, how does this work? No, this doesn't work at all either. Wait. I have no idea how this works. Maybe it has to be something that's like underneath it. Something that inherits it. That's very confusing. Oh, you can actually make the enum thing much simpler. Okay, I didn't know that. Wait. What the heck does this mean? Wait, what does this look like? Because it has a class int there too. Oh. Yeah, okay, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Can you give them names? Oh, that does make everything simpler. Okay. That is what I want. That way, not every card has to have that. I guess it still does have that holy enum, huh? Wait, sorry. Has a 0.666% chance of happening on any card? No, I just wasn't reading chat, sorry. Make an effect that's corrupted. I don't think that's ever gonna happen if you make it like 0.66%. That's like really, really low. I'm learning so much right now. I'm realizing I didn't even freaking put the export here. I didn't even put the export here. Add export enum. Var min or resource type. Int. At 0.66 it's not like you'd have to make like 1,000 cards. Also, I think I understand what you're going for. You're going for like a Balatro thing, aren't you? I don't think there's many card games where there's like a 0.666% chance of something happening. The only one I can think of is Balatro. Or like the freaking what card was that? The glitch card or whatever. Like the one that's random. Yeah. No, I think if I'm gonna do something like that, I think I would rather have it be like a critical success instead of a critical corruption. Oh, there's a card in Balatro that has like an effect where it randomly can like destroy, like break the entire game. People have made a lot of videos on that. You can find those online. But that's the only game I can think of where that's like the case at all. I really can't think. Like Slay the Spire, I don't think there's a thing like that. Ordinary card games, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And ordinary trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, I don't think there's any cards like that. But those cards are pre-printed already. You know, if I have it like this, I can probably make it regular case instead of full all caps. Just regular uppercase. That looks less confusing for me in the editor. My non-knowledge of the game Yu-Gi-Oh? I have a lot of knowledge of the game Yu-Gi-Oh. There's no Yu-Gi-Oh card that's like 0.6. All the cards in Yu-Gi-Oh are pretty much like... What? All the cards in Yu-Gi-Oh are pretty set in stone and say what they do on the card. I mean, there are dice roll cards. There's no card that just says 0.666% chance. What? I meant like trading card games. I don't know anything about Magic, but I know a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm very upset though. I thought that the Yummy deck was a lot stronger. I feel like it's weaker than I thought. Or I'm just really bad at playing the Yummy deck that came out. What's my favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh? What's my favorite card? I think it's probably... I really like the card Megalith Fool. Like a lot. I don't really care for Karibo. I like Megalith Fool a lot though. That card is really cool. What did I close by accident? I closed something by total accident. Gone now, forever. I think Megalith Fool is probably one of the coolest ritual cards among all the ritual cards. Oh no, I think I fully understand the power of Karibo. It's just not very good or interesting. Oh yeah, I was actually thinking about how I'm gonna start making the card. I think I want different card frames. Do you even know that there's a Karibo archetype? There's literally like a bunch of Karibos now. And they're all not very good, sadly. Anyway, I think I'm going to lunch soon here. Yeah, it's just not very good. Sadly. I'm realizing card frame needs to be somewhere else. Actually, I guess it could be in here. This will just handle basically the way it looks. That's it. Yeah, I'll probably do that for like rarity or for like quality, but I want to make different frames specifically for like whether or not they're healing or they're dealing damage or they're doing like a block. I was thinking that the overlays were gonna be for specifically like rarity. Either way, I need to make a card frame. I can do both. It can be both. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break for like 20 minutes. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'll be back after lunch. Lunch. Hello. Hey, did the song quit? It just ended? Oof. I didn't realize it would just end. Well, Dark Souls 2 with ambience it is now, I guess. Okay. Let's start making the card. The card class. The cards are gonna be... Oh geez, are they user interface or are they nodes? Yeah, the Omori music ended. Would they be user interface or nodes? User interface or nodes? I can never really tell with this, honestly. So user interface has like a bunch of buttons that you're intended to click on. They should be user interface. While nodes aren't really intended to be like clicked on and stuff, they're basically the things you move around. Like for instance, I think your character would be a node, but cards definitely need to be user interface. Yeah, they should be user interface. I don't know what I'm thinking. They should, in fact, they should be buttons. They should almost just be buttons. We'll stick with this for now, with control for now. Card. Which means that the frame actually needs to be a control as well. No, they should be user interface because I'm not gonna like move it around with like the controls or anything. They're just gonna be clickable. That's why the card needs to be a user interface thing. And I think this should be in the card creation minigame, maybe. Maybe we'll just put it here, actually, inside of here for now. Inside of the card objects folder. So card is comprised of... This should be a change type. Control. Actually, this should just be like a texture rec. This should just be a texture rec. I wonder why it's called that. Instead of just like a tech... Weird. Yeah, that's why it's a card game. You know, you play cards to kill the enemies. Have you ever played... Have you ever played Slay the Spire? All the cards are like clickable and... Or maybe even Hearthstone. Have you ever played Hearthstone? Like the cards are all like... They have sway and stuff. Slay the Spire? It's a roguelike card game. Every card needs a card frame. You didn't? Okay. But yeah, that game, and most digital card games like it, they have like whenever you hover over the card, it like has effects, like it goes... Here, hold on. Actually, I'll just straight up show you. Here's why it should be UI. Bonus window. Oh, frick. Okay. Ah! Thing! Give me my card. Heck, even that, actually. There'll be 2 festivals in January. Gross. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Go into solo mode. The only mode worth playing. Lying. So, when I play Master Duel... Wait, is something out? When you play Master Duel, you know, like all the cards like float and you click on them and they go up like this. They get focused. That's how it is in Master Duel. And then like if you play Hearthstone... It's more than just hover. It actually like opens another window in your game to show you all the effects and stuff. It's crazy. Like a lot of stuff to those. Hearthstone is taking me a while to launch. I don't know how it looks in Magic the Gathering Arena though. By the way, one of the worst experiences you can ever do now is play, no, I don't know what that is. Is play Hearthstone on your phone. Ah, wonk. Hit the screen. Let me see. No, I don't think I can ever try to do this. No, I can't do this one. You open up Hearthstone. No, not Battlegrounds. Run. I wanted to go to the single player. No, the solo mode. If I go in the solo mode. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't say that word. I don't know what that word is. If I go into the solo mode and I play the game, you know, it just works. I don't know. You know what? Actually, here I'll get to the point where I can hover over them. Actually, even here it kind of shows. If I put a mulligan in my game, then I need to also have them be buttons, huh? Man, this is so convoluted. I don't know. Can't read it. Yeah, this is really convoluted. This is gonna be really convoluted to do if I decide to do this. Quit! You see, I'm a programmer. I'm not an animator. I'm gonna be learning how to animate for the first time. Probably. Alright, this needs to go in here. Every single card has to have a card frame. I think every effect box could be the same. Oh no, it's not that simple. You see, I know nothing about animation. So you have to make an animation, you have to make it go from like here to here. Oh, you do? Wow. You're an animator, wow. Wait, what's in my trash? Oh, right. I guess I could just draw the thing going up a little bit. And then put it to the front. Yeah, that could work. I could see that working instead of doing the animation stuff. And actually, that means that this should be a texture button. I think that the card should be a texture button. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. And you can actually make it easy to do that if you didn't know that. Oh, what the heck? How the heck am I gonna do that, though? I need the whole thing to float up. Not just the card. No, this can't be a button, then. Oh, this is gonna be really complicated. No, this has to be control. This has to be a control, actually. I have to think about this one. I have to, like, think about this one in the future. For now, let's just work on the script. It's way harder than it looks, actually, because I can't just make it a button. The reason why I can't just, like, the button, okay. The texture button. This lets you do exactly what you're saying. You can make a texture. Hold on. You can make a texture out of this that just goes like, that's like this one, and then one that's like that one, right? But the problem is that this part, or sorry, like the part that's like all around this, that's separate. And that's all separate because of that. Maybe I do have to just use like a shader or something to change the card itself. Oh wait, I have an idea. Wait, what happened to my art window? I didn't even close it. Oh, it changed names, so OBS got confused. Move every part individually. Not how it works in Godot. No, I have a better idea. I have a better idea. It'll be base card. And therefore I have to change the name in here too. Hold. I have to change both of them. I have to close this. I have to like go into here, disconnect this. Save and close. Then I have to change its name. Oh, base card. Oh, wait, whoops. And this too. File exists, it will be used. This will need to extend texture button. Okay. Let me stop my launcher real quick. I think I gotta make like a card template. How big should the cards be? Well, hold on. Let me change the project size. The window size here. I'm gonna make it just a classic 1920 by 1080, I think. Just make it that. 4,000 by 2,000. That doesn't work well at all. This is based off of the person's port. It'll look crazy on someone's screen. Wait, you mean the card? I don't think that's correct either. I think it would be... I think that's... Side. That's too big. I think it should be like... 200 by 300. Maybe 400. No, that's too big. Well. Oh no, don't be connected. Resize the canvas. Okay, hold on. Let me show you if it shows up. This is 300 by 200 or 200 by 300. If I go 400, it looks kind of too big vertically. It looks kind of weird. I think this should be 300. Maybe even 250. No, I think 300 is fine. Projects, MCV, card objects, card assets, frame assets, basic frame. Yeah, I think it totally looks wrong when it's 2 by 1. Tunga. Wait, why am I making a PNG already? I haven't even drawn anything. You've said make it purple so many times. It's already the color purple. I think it's time to be put in timeout, honestly, if you keep on saying this. Alright, I'm gonna have to time you out for 30 seconds. Wait, did I put ban or timeout? I'm very confused. I clicked timeout, not ban. That's too much purple. I didn't even click ban. I clicked timeout, but it grayed you out. That's weird. I'm very confused. Did it delete all your messages? I have no idea. I've never clicked timeout. I'm not an average viewer. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought timeout was just like, you can't chat for a bit. I had never done that before. I usually only have to ban people. Ban bots. Oh, it's a temporary ban. That was a mistake then. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to click that then. If I click this, does it bring him back? No. Wow, I'm learning so much today. 15? I'm gonna use this because I'm very bad at making it even. Oh, wait. That one. Oh shoot. Not that one. Wait, how come it's not even on 150? You think I should use like, maybe I'll use the pixel. You know what, actually, no, it's gonna have to be gray actually, sorry. It's gonna be gray and then I will overlay it with like purple if it has a certain effect. But gray will be the base color. That makes sense? That's not how a card actually is going to be shaped. I just did that so I could make it easier. Can I make a perfect circle with... Nope, this is too small. Oof. Alright. I'm gonna have to do this like I do Minecraft. Or Terraria, more like. Oh shoot. It's off. It's off! Oof. Okay. Oops. Alright, that looks good. I was doing like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I think that looks that looks like okay. Not the best, but it looks okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I see what you mean. I think I could have gone 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait, did I go too many on that side? Shoot. Nope. No. That's fine like that. And now I gotta make a inner border. This the middle? No, this is the middle. How hard is it to stream? To be successful, it's nigh impossible. It feels like none of these algorithms push any of your stream. To just stream, very, very easy. It requires almost no power from your computer. No, I already have that built in late. That's gonna be built in later. If you weren't here, but this is how the card template's gonna be. There's gonna be the mana cost in this corner and the stamina cost in this corner. I don't know. I don't think it works. How many points is it? 5. So I guess I could keep that there. No, that's dumb. Well, the idea is that there's two different kinds of groups of classes. There's like stamina-based classes and mana-based classes. But I get your joke. That's funny. That's a funny joke. Wait. Oh my god, that's only 4. I didn't make it 5. Yeah, I'm so mean. I'm sorry. I'm very, sometimes I'm just too focused on what's happening. Oh, shoot. Wait. It's only 1:39 here. In central time zone of the United States of America. Is this 5? No, it's 6. What? Did I just not look at all with my eyes? Did I just not count with my eyes at all? Fine. Let's put another line. Yeah, I guess so. You know, I don't think I've ever actually even seen an eagle before. I legitimately don't think I have. Ever. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I know. But there aren't any eagles. Well, at least not where I live. I don't think there's very many eagles in the southern part of America in general, actually. Unless you go to, like, a national park. I also don't really care for eagles. They're kind of boring. Sometimes I just wish that... Oh, frick. I accidentally did something I shouldn't have. Sometimes I wish the national anthem was a freaking owl. What's a red lion? Hold on. Oh, it's just like a lion. I see. I gotcha. Hmm. Yeah. I think I gotta make the card smaller, actually. I think this is too big. I think it's gotta be like that big. I'm giving too much space for the, Actually, I guess I need to see how it looks in Godot. Yeah, I do have to see how it looks in Godot. Hide. Texture rect. No, I've been to several national parks and I've never seen an eagle. I don't think so. I haven't been to a zoo in a while, though. There's not really any zoos near me either. Text. Rich text label. If I put a text label here and I type into it, how big is it? Oh boy, that's gonna be... Ooh. That is not very big. That is not a lot of space. Our public transport doesn't work. What do you mean public transport? It's practically non-existent here in America. There's like literally none. Yeah, our country is so backwards that freaking... That guy, Elon Musk, he literally came in and he said, you can't have fast public transport in a localized area in the entire country. You gotta have a tunnel underground. That doesn't work. What the heck? Wait. Oh. Wait, how much can I fit in here? I don't know. I don't have money to move somewhere like that. Or to move. That's how a lot of Americans are. They don't have money to move. Let's see, restore. This cannot be the text or the this cannot be the font. I gotta find a different font to use. Nope. A lot of Americans don't even have money to travel. Ugh. And I am a part of a lot of Americans. Oh, the American healthcare system is so busted. If you don't know anything about the American healthcare system. Huh? I didn't time you out. I was gonna go over here to look for a font. But the more I think about it, I can just... How do I put a font in here? I'm pretty sure it's something with theme. No, I get your jokes that you're trying to make here. Font, file, system font? Oh, geez. Is this gonna work on everyone's computers? I have no idea how this works. Just copy other people's humor. System font. This does not work at all the way I think it does. Font file. My editor has become hieroglyphics. Oh no, that's just this America is, you know, it's terrible. Let me go look at fonts. You know, it's a real shame whenever I look up the word font And then the very first thing is just a text generator. Maybe that's because of my things, though. Buy and download fonts. 1001 fonts. Free fonts, baby. Dang. We got free fonts. You know, I once tried to make a font. It's really, really annoying. You have to make so many things, and sometimes they just don't work. Which font am I going for? IT Gridbit Demo. It's just a demo. This font is free for personal use. This font is... Man, I can't believe I'm taking all your jokes as literary. Gothic? I don't know if I have Gothic on here. Because I'm on Linux, so I don't think I've got Windows fonts. Oh, okay. No, it's not humor when I'm talking about how bad it is here in America with the freaking healthcare system. Gothic font gen. What the heck? Did they make all the fonts expensive? Maybe I gotta make my own font. This is gonna be messed up. Can you make your own font in Godot easily? Or is it not easy at all? Falls back to default theme font if not implemented on the host OS. Oh, that's really confusing. Well, I was kind of just hoping for like... You know what? I think I'm just gonna find one on itch. There's probably like a free font pack by someone. See? Oh wait, I gotta put this in a separate window so it's not as conflicting, or not as confusing. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. See, look, there's like a lot of fonts. Metal Gear Solid 1. Do Gothic? I don't think I want Gothic. It looks confusing, actually. I think I just want something simple. I feel like this one. This one looks nice. Okay. £2. Wait, why did I download the RAR? Give me the zip. Hide that. I don't need to show it anymore. Oh no! What have I done? Oh, okay. No, the cards are gonna be like attacks or something, and you get to name them. I'm gonna make it to where you can name them. Oh, you know, I'm gonna make it to where you can name them, huh? Ooh, right. Yeah. I am gonna do that actually. Oh, frick, I needed that window actually. Hold on. I need this because I need to be able to credit this person. Credit. Is coding actively hurting yourself? You know, I always told my brother this. If you want to learn how to code, you have to sacrifice your fingers. I don't know, I haven't really had any head bashing moments in coding. Not yet, anyway. Oh, this is size 18. Oh. So this should be... Wait. Should be I. No, it won't automatically become a regular thing. Okay, wait, maybe... Nope, no, that doesn't work the way I wanted to. Oh, well, whatever. Credits. Font. Wait. That's not what I wanted. There you go. Okay. Now I can finally go like card assets, fonts. Open this up in my file manager. And put the fonts in here. Put the fonts in the bag. Be a cat meme? I could make a piece of one of the cards be a cat meme. I still haven't determined the, Yeah, put the fonts in the bag. What the? This one's an OTF file. What does that mean? I don't know what that kind of file is. I'll put it in there. Put the fonts in the bag. Wait, this one has a license? Why is there so many different file types? What the heck? Okay. Where did the theme go? Oh, there it is. Theme, font file. I load a font file. And now when I type, what does it actually stand for though? Orange Theory. Oh god. Oh frick. I think this is doxing me. No wait. No, it isn't. Orange Theory Fitness. Okay, so we have that one as an option. What was this one? That was upheave. Then we have this one. Oh, that one looks cool. We got that one. I want to look through all of them. There's pixel type. That looks like stuff for a dialogue. Like if someone was talking. There's modern DOS. Oh, it is just DOS. Wow, okay. FIP, that's really big. That's way too big. That can't be it. And the rest of them are DOS. I think I'm going for this one. Okay. That gives me a good idea. Let's put some real text in here. Deal 2 damage. Heal for 5. Or sorry, restore 5 health. Gain 5 mana. Lose 3 stamina. You know, if I can fit 4 effects in there, I think that's enough. Which ones of these are the longest one? Oh, it would probably have to be the phrase gain 5 magic shield. And that fits actually. And I'll probably okay, I could actually probably gain 15 magic shield. Okay, that's kind of problematic. That's problematic. Oh. Sorry, I just wanted to put something, you know, something edgy, something from my deep and messed up brain. That's why I wrote that down there. Maybe we'll just say, like, E-Shield? I'm not moaning. I've been yawning a lot, though. Gain 15 E-Shield. That could probably work. And I could probably say something like dodge. Gain 15 dodge. Gain 15 armor. It's like, it's supposed to be magic shield or energy shield, but... Oh, if I don't uppercase it, it works. See, I think I'm gonna make it to where you can gain double digits magic shield, but not armor dodge. I think magic shield works if I don't uppercase it. I mean, I don't know if it's really that cool. It's just like Path of Exile directly. It's just straight up ripping off of Path of Exile. Perfectly ripping off of it. What are other effects that I think wouldn't fit in here? That's an ARPG game. Action role-playing game. It's like Diablo. If you don't know what Diablo is, that game is an isometric top-down fantasy game. Those two sentences contrast each other. It's an isometric ARPG game. It's basically a game where you kill bosses and then you get things. Okay, replicating would fit. Star aligned. That would fit. You get things that make you stronger, like a shield, you get like a sword. When you kill enemies. In the later Diablos, they make it to where enemies, whenever you kill them, they explode into a bunch of loot if they're like big bosses. I like ARPGs. Okay. I guess your friend is a monster fucker or something. Endless wall landfill. I said I guessed. I didn't really know. of course I'm not a wizard. If I were clairvoyant, I would be the greatest programmer of all time. Yeah, I don't think anything here will not fit in here. I think magic shield is the longest thing. Gaining 5 stamina or losing 5 stamina, that's really easy to do. Yeah. If I do like lose all block, is that too long? No. Lose all health. Lose all mana. Man, I want to capitalize it, but actually I don't want to capitalize it at the same time. You know what? Let me go make a... Did I make a card effect? Yeah, this thing. This thing needs this thing needs one of these. Oh. A string that has the effect text in it. That I can just snatch in and put into the thing. I try to almost stream every single day, but I can't, not every day. Sometimes I don't stream on Saturday and Sunday. All cards have these. A ton of cards will have those. I wonder if how do I put the description on it? Do I have to go like help me? Nope, doesn't work that way. Huh. All right. I thought that I didn't. How do I make it have a note? Export tool. Oh, that's convoluted. Advanced export. Dang, these exports are so complicated, but I don't need to be that complicated. Okay, I think next I'm gonna make some more things that I'm gonna go make some more placeholders, and I think I'm gonna end for today. So I gotta make a mob. Gotta make a mob. $9 over there. Okay. The base mob can go in here. Oh, I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. I'll stream again on Monday though. But I'm gonna have my dev streams on Saturday. It's not gonna be dev. It's gonna be something else. So maybe next week maybe I'll be moving it to Friday or something. Base mob, yeah, that goes in there. How many shopkeepers do I want? Oh, you know what? There has to be a base customer, that's for sure. Base customer. That's gotta go in here. Oh. Yeah, you will sell the cards to the customers, and then the way it's gonna work. Okay, here's how the gameplay loop is gonna work. You're gonna go out into some area and collect resources. Then you're gonna take the resources and make cards with the resources. And that's gonna have its own little mini game. So that's gonna be there's a game inside of getting the resources, there's a game inside of making the resources or making the cards, and then you're gonna sell the cards to customers. And the way it's gonna work is there's gonna be like a group of customers that you sell cards to, and then after that you'll be able to pick from the group of customers you sell to, and then basically do kind of like a Slay the Spire style experience, or like a roguelike experience. And then if you win with the customer, which will kind of be slightly auto battling the enemy, because it's not going to be fully turn based. It's going to be like timer based. Then he'll give you something in return for winning. Oh, for enemy, there will in fact be this thing as well, if I get to it, where there's gonna be like a customer arena, and like you can battle other customers as well. I don't know if I'm gonna have reoccurring characters like that. Honestly, it's not hard to do. It's probably not that hard to do. But I think I want part of the experience to be having to learn all of your own cards that you've given to customers. But yeah, the rewards for finishing a dungeon would be like, they give you a super material or something. I think a good boss would be a duplicator card. You know, I actually already had that kind of effect in mind, but maybe not the way you're thinking. For duplicator card, I was thinking if you think of like a duplicator card, there could just be like an auto remaker effect, like where it just uses the same materials and like automatically does it for you. Maybe that would be like a skill thing. No, I was thinking that there would just be an effect. One of the effects would just be like, this card plays twice. That's the kind of effect that would be like that was the kind of duplicator effect I was thinking of. Base, so I've made base customer. I don't know if there's going to be more than... I guess there should be a base shopkeeper. Oops. Base shopkeeper. There's going to be like a few shopkeepers. The progression of the game will actually be that you're trying to get to the like the strongest of materials. I think there honestly should be an end to the game too. Like a final boss of some kind. Add more emotes like what to Twitch? I gotta be honest, I don't have affiliate status, so I don't even feel like motivated to even do that. It sucks. Alright, this thing actually does have to move, so it does have to be a node 2D, so the base player, I guess, just that. That guy needs to be in here too. Player effects, yeah. This would be... I think this would go in here. No, I'll just put it in player for now. on Twitch, you have to get like you have to get certain statuses to even get your subs or your like any payout from Twitch at all. Not just your subs. I should have just said any payout. You have to like reach a certain number of people watching. And that's why I say that the algorithm doesn't actually work. Because even though I got all these followers, most of these people are bots. Yeah, I wouldn't get anything. Yes. Functionally. They would give me a coupon instead that says you can sub to someone else. It's such a big major scam. It's so annoying. It literally just annoys me so much. But that is basically what it is. Yes. What is the error here? Oh. It is stupid. Okay. Shop object, shop assets. Yes. Yes, I need to make the whole shop. I'm gonna close some stuff. This doesn't have to be called base shop because this will just be the same. Let's have like shop objects. Oh wait. Shop pieces. Shop decor. Need to have a counter. No, I don't even need to have a base at all. It just needs to be there just needs to be a counter. There need to be, what are some other things? Maybe like a binder. There's gotta be a binder, obviously. It's gotta be in the shop. I gotta have you gotta have your storage. Resource storage. That's gotta go in there. That's gotta go in there. Maybe I'm gonna have like a decor piece. And this will be generic. So we'll give it a sprite 2D. Decor art. I guess sprite. No, I don't have any pets. Gotta be a decor piece. And because I'm doing that, I should do like decor assets in here. A hype train? I don't really use Twitch too often, but I believe it's like if a bunch of people sub or something. And it's usually only for streamers who are already like really well off. It's basically win more for big streamers. Wait, I don't even know too much about Twitch myself. I don't really use Twitch too often. I don't really watch too much Twitch. I need... Oh, here's something. Card creator background. It's an auto mod. Let me see. Oh. I have the word viewers banned because I have the word viewers banned on my stream because there was a bot that went around and always used the word viewers in every single message, and if you banned the word viewer, then that bot would get banned. That's crazy, I know, but like that's how it was. Yeah, you can't say viewers because it's not like anyone's fault. It's just the people who botted this. It was people who were like, they would type something like this, okay? They would type something like that, and then they would type a website. So that's why I've banned the word viewers. I banned it personally. I made V and I not together so that you could see. But that's how it would be. Yeah. Yeah, there needs to be a card creator minigame background. Yeah. Oh, but you're a human. You know, those bots, they just all they say is viewers. They don't say watchers. They don't say chatters. They only say viewers. See? Yeah, but they won't do that because they all follow the same template. All the bots followed the same template. Though nowadays the bots go like, "Hi, how are you?" and then they'll say like, "Actually, I'm a," and then they'll do a bot comment that's literally always the same. Though that's kind of slowed down for me because I've actually stopped posting my streams to Twitter. Just they don't do it. They just don't. I think they actually have clamped down all those bots at this point. I maybe could unban the word viewer at this point. Just to see. Let me look. Let's see. Moderation. Settings. Hmm. Uh, how do I unban the word? Hmm. Oh, blocked term settings. Yeah, I can get rid of that one. Oh yeah, I guess it did stop, didn't it? I think I'm just gonna let it not play anymore. Actually, we'll do... Oh boy. Oh my god, they want me to listen to Skyrim music, but I don't want to listen to Skyrim music. I'm just gonna play no music. There's gonna be no music. Just like that movie. What is it called? What is that Disney movie called? I don't remember what it's called. Coco? I think it's called Coco. No music. Yeah, I've unbanned the term viewers. It is official. I have unbanned it. You can now say the word viewers again. The word viewers has once again returned to the vocabulary. I'll just click on Souls of Fire for 10 hours. Okay. Art creator background. Hmm. I think if I just make a base card art piece. Then and whenever I go to make card art pieces, I can just put them all into one. Okay. The pros and cons of VTubing. I think the big con is that you have to. I think there's like. I don't know. Not really too many cons to VTubing other than some people just don't like VTubers. Can't really tell you the pros either though. Other than if you want to be really... I don't know actually, I don't feel like there's really any pros either. Oh, my camera's not even doing my eyes right now. Oh yeah, I was supposed to use text files or something. Man, I never should have game developed on stream. I should have just developed off stream. I would have been much faster. I would be so far into things. Oh frick. Oh god. I accidentally did that. Oh no, I'm a non-binary. I think there's nothing else I can really make right now. It says in my bio. I'm fairly certain it says non-binary in there. Unless you're trying to pull a fast one on me and then you got me if that's the case. Wait. I clicked on the wrong thing completely. Oh, that's supposed to be femby as in like like that's not femboy, that's female MB. It's like NB plus female. Like that. It's like for people who are non-binary but like are more feminine. I had a viewer actually who was a female non-binary before as well. No, I'm definitely not a femboy. Dude, I don't fit the body type of a femboy. I'm not twink like. Also, I'm realizing I haven't edited this in so long. Holy crap, I need to edit this. Because it still says the fat girl fall stuff. How do I edit that? Channel? Oh, here we go. I will no longer be changing my theme. If you look up Femby, I think something will happen. Oh, frick. Okay, let's just change that to non-binary. I'm learning very much today. There you go. I'm learning very much today. There, I've edited it so it's less confusing. I'll just put it as non-binary. What the frick? I can get... Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop for today. I'm probably gonna do a lot of stuff off stream for this game. And then I'll make a report, and then there'll be another stream. And see you later. I gotta go too. Bye bye. This will just be the ending music as well. Holy crap, 10 hours of Souls of Fire.